Well, I've long been an enthusiast for Malaysian cooking. I started going there about 15 years ago. Funnily, just on my way to Australia with Malaysia Airlines, dropping off in Kuala Lumpur, and just both the food on the airline and the food in Kuala Lumpur just blew my mind, really. And it's the first real introduction to Southeast Asian cooking. And then, of course, going to Australia lots of times and all those influences, it just became part of the sort of food that I like to eat. So when the opportunity came to promote Malaysian food back here in the UK, I jumped at it. It's just thinking about the airline, that every time I've been on it recently, there's this little jingle saying, Malaysia is truly Asia. And Malaysian food is truly Asian. I mean, it's just this sort of crossroads of all these Asian cultures. First of all, obviously Malay, then you've got Chinese, you've got Indian, and you've got Eurasian, you've got a European influence as well. It's just very exciting, and there's so much going on. You just, every time you go out in somewhere like KL or in Penang, it's just, you just think, where should we go now? What should we eat? It's just, it sort of really gets you going. I've been to Malaysia a lot of times now, and of course I'm influenced by what I've eaten there. I mean, the variety of food there is so enormous, and I'm tucking away ideas all the time. And I think probably above all, I mean, is it the curries, the sort of seemingly Indian curries, which actually have a few Malaysian hits in them, like shrimp paste or lemongrass? No, I think it's probably those big bowls of noodle soup. Most famously, of course, laksas and all those different laksas. But when you talk to, it's funny, when you talk to women, the idea of having a lunch of a bowl of noodle soup is perfect for them, because generally they're pretty healthy, and they've become sort of a lot of people's choice. So I would say that now my restaurants are filled with noodle soups, and all of those have their origins in Malaysian cuisine. Taste of Malaysia, it was really lots of fun. I mean, the thing I liked about it was it's so relaxed. I mean, I met all those, I was slightly sort of worried about meeting all those Malaysian officials at the beginning of it, but they couldn't have been nicer. And the demos were just a laugh. I mean, I did make a few mistakes, I have to say, but nobody seem to mind. I think it's really because in a demo you can get across the sort of like, by just doing a few dishes, you can get across the sort of idea of what Malaysian food's all like. And while I'm, I don't know, chopping up some lemongrass, my mind starts sort of expanding, and I'm saying about, you know, a typical Malaysian meal. So it's a great way of communicating with people, and I found the audience is really responsive, and they seem to enjoy it. How would I put Malaysia on the map? Well, if you'd like to give me the money, I'll go and make a series, an 8-part series for TV in Malaysia, because I think that has a remarkable effect. I mean, I hope I did a 1-hour program there, but I think just introducing to people to the variety of food and the simplicity of the food, the freshness of it, that's what's required. I mean, it amazes me that there's so many Thai restaurants in the UK and not so many Malaysian, because basically the food is quite as exciting and would have the same impact on people. It's just getting out there and telling them about it. And I think something like TV is the best answer, because the thing is that as soon as you get a bit more interest, then the supermarkets start stocking all the special produce, start stocking all the rempahs, all the paste, you know, because there's 1 or 2 companies that do make really good pastes. And you get a whole section in your supermarket, Malaysian food. You get like fish head curry paste and all that sort of thing, and maybe a recipe on the back. I mean, it'll come, but it just takes time, just takes more and more publicity, and maybe the odd TV series.